press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to the classroom. We have been discussing about the chapter Fun with Magnets. So in the previous class we learned about the term magnet. Magnet is nothing but a substance which shows the property of attracting the iron particles or the iron object towards itself is nothing but the magnet. And we also learned about the history of the magnet. The history of the long time ago, when the shepherd went for grazing the animals, he went along with the herds of the goat as well as the sheep to the nearby mountains, and he had a stick which is having the metal piece at the point of the stick, and thereby when he comes back to the home, and he stuck onto the stick to the rock, and thereby he noticed and observed that there is a something is present in this rock, and thereby it is nothing but the natural magnet, nothing but the magnetite. See, some people also believe that the magnet is usually discovered in the at a place known as the manganese. See, this is all about the history of the magnet. See, and the magnet, a natural magnet which is made from the lodestone is also called as natural magnet. The magnet which is made from lodestone is also called as a magnet. Is also called as natural magnet. See, based on the types of a magnet, magnets can be classified into two types. One is the natural magnet, another one is the artificial or man-made magnet. See, natural magnet are those magnets which is made from the lodestone and which occurs in the nature, and such a type of magnets are called as natural magnet. And the artificial magnet or the man-made magnet, by using the different techniques they will made, and so that the name is given for such magnets as a man-made magnet. Example for the man-made magnets are, see, in the previous class we also learned about the different types of man-made magnets like horseshoe magnet, ball and tip magnets, bar magnet, etc. These are the different types of example for the magnet. And in today's class we will learn about the magnetic materials. See, there is a difference between the temporary magnet as well as the natural magnet is there. See, temporary magnet, that is the man-made magnet, is also known as temporary magnet. Temporary magnets always attracts the iron objects or the iron particles towards itself. Attracts iron objects towards itself, whereas the permanent magnet, that is the natural one, permanent magnet is also attract the iron objects, but here one condition is there. Even if we break this natural, that is the permanent magnet, it will also behave as each part also behave as a particular magnet, and so that the temporary magnet is different from the permanent magnet. And here the attraction, both the magnet shows the property of attraction as well as the repulsion, but in the temporary magnets attraction of the iron objects only for the sometimes. After that there is a no more attraction will be takes place or the repulsion will be takes place, whereas the permanent magnet which shows the permanent attraction, always it is always remains as a magnetic one, remains as a magnetic one. See, the permanent magnet which always remains as a magnetic one, whereas the temporary magnets for some time only, for sometimes these attraction or as well as the repulsion will be takes place, and this is how the difference between the temporary magnet as well as the artificial or sorry permanent magnets. See, many people discovered the magnetic substance could also be converted into magnet, and that's why it is called as man-made magnets. And next we shall move on to the magnetic materials. See, magnetic materials, those materials which attracted with the magnets are called as magnetic materials. The substances, see, magnetic materials means the substances which get attracted, which get attracted by the iron objects, which get attracted by the magnet, are called as magnetic materials. See, magnetic materials are nothing but the magnets, the substance which get attracted with the magnets are called as magnetic materials. And one more definition is this: those substance, the materials which are the materials which are affected by the magnet, affected by magnets are called as magnetic materials. Example for the magnetic materials are nickel, cobalt and steel. These are few examples of the magnetic materials. See, magnetic materials, the substance which get attracted with the magnets are called as magnetic materials. And the one more definition is there: the materials which are affected by the magnets are called as magnetic materials. See, here two definitions will be there. And here example for the magnetic materials are nickel, cobalt and steel. These are the few examples of the magnetic materials. And these materials like nickel, cobalt, steel which shows attracted towards the magnet, and that's why it is called as magnetic materials. Next we shall move on to the non-magnetic materials. See, non-magnetic materials, the substance which do not get attracted with a magnet are called as non-magnetic materials, and the materials which are not affected by the magnet are called as non-magnetic materials. Example for the non-magnetic materials are rubber, plastic, stainless steel, etc. and wood. Different types of examples will be there, and thereby by knowing the property of a material objects, we can say that some of the objects are magnetic one and some other are the non-magnetic one. See, the non-magnetic materials is nothing but the substance which do not get attracted with the magnet or called as non-magnetic materials. And one more definition is there, the magnetic materials which are not affected by the magnet are called as non-magnetic materials. And here example for the non-magnetic materials are rubber, plastic, stainless steel, etc. These are the example for the non-magnetic materials. And like that rubber as well as the plastic, that is the non-magnetic materials, if we hold near to the magnet, it will not affected by the magnet. See, neither the repulsion will be takes place nor attraction will be takes place. And so that these substances we considered as the non-magnetic materials. If we keep the cobalt and the steel near to the magnet, it will attract it very quickly. And so that these materials like cobalt, nickel and the steel, we call it as a magnetic materials. And this is how the difference between the magnetic materials as well as the non-magnetic materials. See, once again I will tell you, the substances which don't get attracted with the magnet are called as non-magnetic materials, and the materials which are not affected by the magnets are called as non-magnetic materials. Example for the non-magnetic materials are rubber, plastic, stainless steel, etc. These are few examples of the non-magnetic materials. Next we shall move on to the another concept, that is the activity. Say next we shall move on to the activity. See, the name of the activity is to show that the thread is hanged without any support. To show that the magnet, the thread is hanged, to show that the thread is hanged without any support. So dear students, this is the name of the activity. To show that the thread is hanged without any support. So the materials which required for this activity is paper clip, glass, metal clip as well as the thread and the stand and clamp. We have to take these type of materials, and also we have to need the magnet. And to do how to do this activity means, first we have to fix the cup in on a clamp and in such a position that it will fix it completely. And later we have to put the magnet inside the glass so that it is not visible for us. And after that we have to keep the paper cover over to the glass cup. And after that we have to take the thread and fix in a base of the stand, and thereby we have to tied with a magnet. And later if we bring the thread near to the glass, the glass contains some magnet, it will attract this metal clip, and so that it will hang in such a position that without any support it will hang held in a position. And from this activity we concluded that, see, conclusion, the paper clip, we have to conclude that the clip is raised, the clip is raised without any support, without any support. Or one more conclusion we can say by this experiment is the thread is held in a air. See, the thread is held in a air like a kite. And see, this experiment will be shows that without any support, the metal, the thread will be held in a rise in a air. Once again, I will tell you the name of the activity is to show that the thread is hanged without any support. And here we have to take the materials like paper clip, metal clip, as well as the paper cover, glass, metal clip, stand, thread, and the magnet. And first we have to take the cup and fix in a position on the, we have to fix on a clamp onto the stand, and thereby we have to keep the magnet inside the glass so that it will not visible for us. And after that we have to cover with a paper on the over the glass, and after that we have to fix the thread on the base of the stand, and tied with the help of a thread. We have to take the metal clip, and this is the experiment. And when we bring the thread metal clip near to the cup, there is a attraction which takes place. Say, metal clip is a magnetic materials, whereas the magnet is present inside the cup, and here the magnet will shows the attraction as well as the repulsion property, so that when we bring this metal clip near to the glass, it will attract, and so that it will held in a rising position, and without any support it will held. And from this experiment we can conclude that the clip is raised without any support, and the thread is raised without any support like a kite. And this is the experiment. See, this is the name of the experiment to show that the thread is hanged without any support. And from this activity we can conclude that the clip is raised without any support. And this is all about the activity. Next we shall move on to the poles of the magnet. See, next one is the poles of the magnet. See, we all know that the poles of the magnets will be there, and the magnet shows the two poles, that is north pole as well as the south pole. And north pole as well as the south pole which orient towards the itself, and it shows the both the direction north as well as the south direction. If we take the thin strip of a magnet, and this strip of a magnet will orient towards the north as well as the south pole. See, consider if it is a bar magnet. If we take the bar magnet, here is the poles will be there. That is north pole as well as the south pole. See, consider this is the bar magnet having the two poles, north pole as well as the south pole. It shows the direction of the route or the direction it shows. And see, if we take the thin strip, it always orient themselves in the north as well as the south pole, south direction. And the poles of the magnet towards the north of the north. See, the poles of the magnet See the poles of the magnet towards the north of the earth, that is, if the magnet towards the north pole, magnet towards the north of the earth, it shows the north pole. North pole or north seeking pole is called as poles of the magnet. See the pole of the magnet towards the north pole, it shows that the north pole or the north seeking pole. And if the magnet towards the south pole, see if the magnet towards the south of the earth, towards the south of the earth, then it is called as the south pole or the south seeking pole. And this is the different types of, see this is the poles of a magnet. See the poles of a magnet we already learned, that is north pole as well as the south pole are present in a magnet. And whatever the magnet artificial means, there are like that the poles will be there, north pole as well as the south pole. There are different artificial magnets will be there, like horseshoe magnets, ball and egg magnet, like that. Different types of magnets having the different poles, that is north pole as well as the south pole. In such a type of magnets, showing the only one north pole as well as the south pole, it always occupy the inner pair and it can't be segregate, or we can't remove it. And if you break the magnet, that is natural magnet, and each part of a broken magnet acts as a north pole as well as the south pole, and attraction as well as the repulsion will be takes place. And see the poles, see one property of a magnet, one of the property of a magnet is the attraction as well as the repulsion will be takes place. Attraction and repulsion is one of the property of a magnet. See, both the attraction as well as the repulsion is the property of a magnet. See, always the north pole is represented by writing a symbol as N, capital N. North pole is always represented by writing the symbol as N. This is the symbol for the north pole, and this symbol is a capital one, and don't write in a small letters like N. It is very wrong method. And the south pole, like that. South pole is always represented by the symbol S. See, these are the two poles of the magnet. See, from this heading we learned about the south pole as well as the north pole. See, in a magnet, both the poles will be present, that is south pole as the north pole. And here magnet is showing the property of attraction as well as the repulsion. And later we will discuss about the attraction as well as the repulsion, a property of a magnet. And see, if the pole of the magnet towards the north of the earth, we call it as a north pole or north seeking pole. And if the magnet towards the earth, towards the south of the earth, we call it as a south pole or the south seeking pole. And see, this is the north pole as well as the south pole, which are present in the magnet. And this is all about the poles of a magnet. See, here again one activity is there to show that where the attraction as well as the repulsion takes place in a magnet. See, the name of the activity is to observe the magnetic strength is maximum at poles. To show that magnetic strength magnetic strength is maximum at poles. See, this is the name of the activity, and this one is the second activity. And here the name of the activity is to show the magnetic strength in a maximum is maximum at the poles. See, we already learnt about the poles of a magnet. Consider if a bare magnet is there, and here is the north pole as well as the south pole will be present in a bar magnet. See, there are two types of poles are present, north pole as well as the south pole. In artificial magnet also, both the poles will be present, that is north pole as well as the south pole. And see, this experiment, that is the activity to show that the magnetic strength is maximum at the poles. At this position, the strength of the strength is maximum, and it is the repulsion as well as the attraction will be takes place. Here is more or the maximum in the poles region, and for this experiment we have to take the bar magnet and the iron fillings or the iron articles we have to take, or if it is not available, then we have to take the iron objects or the pins we have to take, steel pins, and spread in a paper. First we have to take the paper, the materials which are required for making this, for doing this activity. We have to take the white paper and the bar magnet and the pins we have to take. If pins are not available, then objects like iron objects we have to take. And and this is the materials which are required in this activity. And to do, how to do this activity means, first we spread the pins over to the paper, and after that we have to keep this bar magnet into the paper, and after that the pins will be attracted at the poles, and all the pins will be attracted at the poles like this, and very few will be attracted at the center. And from this experiment or from this activity we can see that at the poles region the strength of the magnetic property will be more compared to the middle region. See, at the pole region only the property, that is attraction as well as the repulsion, will be more. And this is the activity, that is second activity, to show that the magnetic strength is maximum at the poles. See, at the poles region both the attraction as well as the repulsion will be more, where compared to the center region of a magnet. The pins will be attracted more at the poles region, so that we can conclude this. At the pole region magnetic strength is maximum at poles. Conclusion: magnetic strength is maximum at poles. See, this is the conclusion for this activity. We can conclude that the magnetic strength is maximum at the poles. And next we shall move on to the pointing the direction. So here is stop the class. In tomorrow's class we will learn some more concept which related to this chapter. Thank you.